Well, hello, as summer is approaching and it's already starting to feel like it outside, it is time for really what I have year round, but most people have always in the summer, ice cream. And you know what? I know we always think we should go out and have it, but why not make it at home? It is super simple. Once you start making it at home, you can change the flavors to whatever you want, and it is so much better. And don't tell me you don't have one of those countertop ice cream makers sitting in your closet. If not, there's like thousands at thrift stores or secondhand stores, because for some reason people don't utilize them enough, and it is time. So no matter what kind you have, we are gonna make an ice cream that works for it. So to start, you know, there's kind of different types of ice cream you can do. This one is just a simple, pared down, I'm gonna call it a hybrid version of two that I love. So we'll get to that, but we're gonna start with good milk. Now I'm using whole milk because you wanna have that good, rich milk flavor. You know, the thing is, I don't view something like ice cream, well, okay, that's not true. When I have it and I have it made, I probably do have it every night. But if you view it kind of like a treat, like it should be, you should enjoy it to the fullest. And you should have good milk in it. And then of course, heavy cream. So the whole difference between milk and heavy cream, there's a higher fat content in heavy cream. So you can't go too heavy on cream or it would be too fatty and the mouthfeel would not be right. It is actually a balance that you have to have. So it's not all fat. You have to have kind of the differences in them. So to that, we're gonna add, some sugar. Now, I actually don't add as much sugar as some things call for because you want the flavor of the milk to come through. So you kind of want that sweet cream flavor, which to me is important. So along with that, I'm gonna put in, this is always a weird one for some, a little bit of corn syrup. This is not high fructose corn syrup, it's just corn syrup. Now, just like when you make candy at Christmas, a little bit of this goes a long way and it does make a difference. So what this does is it helps the ice cream, once you're gonna freeze it, freeze at very, very, very small crystals. That's what makes it kind of seem icy. So like if you don't have corn syrup, it has bigger crystals as it freezes and you get that iciness in your mouth. That's not a smooth, creamy, delicious ice cream. No, but this is. So along with that in there, we're gonna put a little bit of salt. It just balances everything out. So we're gonna put this on the stove and we're gonna slowly heat it up. And we want it, yes, to come to a low kind of simmer / boil, but not a hard boil because dairy, when it boils, what does it do? It boils over and we don't want that. So I'm gonna just start to get that sugar on the bottom kind of worked into it. And then as that's kind of coming up to heat, we're gonna do the thickening component. So with ice creams, you can do mostly creme anglaises, which are really just thickened with egg yolks, kind of like a pudding would be. But I also in the past usually used to always do my ice creams that are thickened with just cornstarch. Sounds weird, but the recipes are always delicious, great thickening factor. What I love though is the conversions of the two. I love some of the richness of an egg yolk, but then mixed with a little bit of the cornstarch. And together they make, to me, that perfect consistency. So what I'm doing is taking the egg yolk, and the beautiful thing about egg yolks, yes, they add richness because they're pretty much the fat of the egg, but they also add a great umptious kind of like rich quality that I just smashed my whole thing on the counter, but that's okay. We got it, we saved it, we're good, guys. You know what? You're getting IRL, as the young kids say, which is in real life. Usually I don't know those acronyms, but I know that one. I'm just gonna clean up the white. Why cut the video? You don't have to. We're gonna just keep going. So I have 2 egg yolks in there. Along with that, I'm gonna put a little bit of milk. It just helps it mix up easier when I go to whisk it. And then we're gonna put in some cornstarch. So it's really simple. And what I like is it kind of, the cornstarch tempers the egg yolks so you don't have to have the same fear that you do otherwise. As in when you mix in the egg yolks to the hot milk mixture, you don't have to worry about them cooking like you would. It tempers them out. So I'm whisking it up just to get it mixed. When the mixture on the stove kind of comes to a simmer, a little bit of a bubble, we're gonna put this in there. We're gonna let it cook again and thicken it up. I'm gonna clean up my egg white, and then we're gonna make ice cream. So as you can see, it's just coming to a simmer, bubbling throughout. Don't get scared of it, but just pull it right off. Just gonna pull it off. Now, sometimes when you start whisking it right away, it wants to bubble up. Don't get scared. I'm gonna slowly pour in my egg mixture off the heat with my cornstarch, which usually you'd worry and you'd have to temper the eggs, but guess what? You don't have to. That's the best part. So then, once you have it whisked in really well, we put it back on low heat, kind of like a medium low, and we bring it to when it's just wanting to start boiling again. And that's gonna help one, thicken the egg yolks, but two, also thicken that cornstarch. So when you start seeing bubbles come up into the center, we're ready to go. We're gonna pull it off, add the best part. That's right, you know it's coming. And then we'll be ready to go. So it just started bubbling, like we're talking 30 seconds to a minute. It's pretty simple. And you can see it actually thicken up slightly. So you can add just the best quality vanilla you have, extract. But what I love to use, if you can get it, and yeah, it's pricey, but you use it when you wanna have something good, is some vanilla bean paste. So it's actually the ground up vanilla bean caviar with the little seeds inside. So this is what really makes it, to me, a true vanilla ice cream. And it's not just vanilla, like, that you would like buy in one of those boxes that's kind of like spongy. No. This was, I feel like my grandma, her quest was always to find the best vanilla ice cream. And guess what it was? Homemade. Because you just can't get that beautiful richness and that wonderful flavor otherwise. So I'm stirring that in, and instantly I am just getting hit with like, good vanilla flavor. That's what you want. So you wanna let it cool down to room temperature. Then you have to put it in the fridge. So those countertop ice cream makers, they need it to be cold because you just pre-freeze the insert to make the ice cream. It doesn't have a compressor with it or anything. So we put this in the fridge at least overnight, 4 to 6 hours at least, but I like it really well chilled. But before I do that, I'm gonna let it come to room temperature in a measuring glass. I'm gonna strain it just in case you get any, little pieces of egg or any lumps of something that you didn't get out. See, there's just a few little things down in there, so it's always not a bad idea to do that. But look at that beautiful ice cream down in there. So I'm gonna let it come to room temperature. I'm gonna cover it. We're gonna put it in the fridge and well chill it. Then we are gonna have the best time ever churning some ice cream. See how easy it is to make at home. You're gonna be doing this all the time. So before we mix up the ice cream, which we're just about to, we're gonna make my grandma's famous fudge sauce. It's not famous at all, but anytime we had homemade ice cream, which we did all the time as a family, she would say, I'm bringing the fudge sauce. She loved fudge sauce. And this is kind of just one of those, it's probably like a 1960s recipe because it's super simple. You can do it in a microwave. That's what I love. So to some water, we're adding some cornstarch. So obviously that's the thickener. So as opposed to melting chocolate, which can seize, which can kind of be an issue, we're kind of cheating. We're gonna use cocoa, just a good cocoa powder. So we're gonna pretty much just make a thickened fudge sauce. And this is, by the way, don't knock it. This is gonna be the best fudge sauce you've ever had. And this is Grandma's fudge sauce. And I love the memories of her always having this, always just making it. She just knew, and it was good. So we're gonna add some sugar. It's fudge sauce, you need the sugar. And we're gonna add a pinch of salt. Now, I know it looks like nothing in there, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whisk it together, and then we're just gonna put this in the microwave for like 30 seconds at a time. It takes about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes total, but we're gonna put it in the microwave. I'm gonna make sure it's whisked. We're going to whisk it once in between, and we're gonna have fudge sauce. That's all it is. Seriously though, best fudge sauce. So after, like 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes total, look how thick it is. So you're gonna think that's too thick. So what do? We add some butter. I just took some butter and made it into small pieces. We're gonna add that in there. So what we're really doing is just making, obviously, almost like a rich fudge and making it to a consistency that is a fudge sauce. And then while the butter melts into it, a little bit of vanilla, because that never hurt anyone. And you want a good vanilla extract because you want it to actually taste like vanilla, and just the butter and the vanilla alone, as you whisk that in carefully. Oh yeah. Look at this glossy, rich fudge sauce. Look at this. Look at how, look at that. And guys, okay, for you, it's so good. For me, it's so nostalgic. So we're gonna put this aside, keep it ready to go. Then when we churn ice cream, we'll have something to enjoy it with. That's the point. This has been in the fridge at least overnight. Actually, mine's been in the fridge like 12 hours or more, which is what I like. And so you want it to be really chilled. This works on any countertop ice cream freezer. The ones that have the kind that turn. This is an attachment for my KitchenAid mixer, and I find that super easy because then I don't have to have multiple machines. I had another type for a long time and used it, but they work the exact same way, and they're super simple. So this has been in the freezer for at least 24 hours, the insert. That's what you need to actually chill the ice cream. So now we're gonna pour it in. You can tell it got a little bit thick, which is exactly what you want. That's what that egg yolk and the cornstarch was doing. You wanna get it all out of there because, guys, you don't wanna waste any of this. This is super simple. We're gonna put in the paddle. This is just what churns it, what actually makes the ice cream. So then we're gonna put it onto our mixer. And if you have, a different type, just follow the instructions. It will work with any of the countertop models and start it. We're gonna churn it. There it is, you guys. We have ice cream. So different countertop models could be different, but they're all gonna be the same. This recipe, you do need a countertop ice cream maker for. This is not a no churn. What am I doing? There was some ice cream on that. You're in my kitchen. That's how I work. You do need an ice cream maker. This is not a no churn ice cream recipe. There are those recipes. They have their place. They can be delicious, but guess what? This isn't one of them. This is a real ice cream. It has the cream, it has the milk. It is just, look at that consistency. So I think what you need to remember, anytime you make ice cream, yeah, I'm cleaning up the beater with my fingers because I'm not letting any of that go to waste. And my dog Kip is pawing at my foot because he knows. Anytime you make an ice cream in a countertop maker like this, when it first comes out, it's gonna be kind of the consistency of a soft serve ice cream. I know, what would be the problem with that? Absolutely nothing. But if you want more of a hard serve, or if you want to be able to serve an actual warmed up hot fudge with it, I would probably say you're gonna wanna put this in something and freeze it so it gets harder, and it could take another 4 hours in an actual deep freeze to do that. So I like to put them a lot of times in a cake or a loaf pan like this because you're gonna have more surface area, so if you wanna refreeze it a little bit more and get it harder, it's gonna go quicker in a loaf pan as opposed to just like a large kind of upright container that would kind of be harder for it. This is gonna help it freeze a little bit quicker, but look at that consistency. You get kind of that, if this doesn't get you in the mood to make ice cream. And I'm being honest, when I say these are a dime a dozen, you can go to like almost anywhere and find some of these because there are people apparently out there that buy an ice cream countertop maker and then don't make it. And then they give away their ice cream makers. I know, it makes no sense. I'm not one of those people. I make ice cream weekly. So I'm gonna put a little bit in here because what kind of host would I be if I didn't? We have the fudge sauce, which I just stir. You could make this ahead, put it in the fridge, warm it up. If it seems to get a little too thick for you, you could always put a little bit of water with it. I think fudge, sauce, vanilla, it goes together. It goes together so well. So first things first, the ice cream. It has like a richness to it, but not too rich. It is thick, creamy, has a good mouthfeel. You get that amazing vanilla flavor, but then that chocolate sauce on top, wow. Grandma would love this. I love it. So I hope you are excited to make some ice cream. I hope this makes you say, hey, let's get out that ice cream maker we bought a few years ago and use it, because once you start, you won't stop. This is a simple all-purpose recipe that you can use and change up the flavors. Check my website, wiseguide.com, for this recipe, so many other recipes. Share it around because yeah, that helps me, but it helps so many other people see how fun and easy it can be to make these things at home. You know what goes into it. You know how good it is. It's a treat, you enjoy it, so worth it. So as always, be kind, be happy, share love, which can be ice cream. Until then, I'm gonna be eating all this and making more.